So Niall, we've come to Devon today.
Yep.
Nice sunny day for a change.
Yeah, beautiful sunny South Devon.
So I suppose what's unique about you here is you're making a purebred Jersey herd.
That's right, yeah.
You sell milk to your standard buyer, say, for ice cream.
That's right, yeah.
But you're also selling milk to a vending machine above.
That's right, yeah. We put the vending machine in about end of August last year. We've been milking here since 2021, supplying a local contract to for ice cream, really, down into a local area. Yeah, we've been here since 2001 milking cows, and yeah, it's all going really well.
Okay, so it's only a milking farm a short time.
Yeah.
It was maybe sheep and beef.
Yeah, we were sheep and beef before. My father's been here since '93. I've been here ever since that, and I took over in sort of 2019, and yeah, we converted to dairy. We finished lambing sheep in 2021 in the April, and by in July we were milking cows. So it was a quick turnaround.
Okay.
And yeah, no, it's been a full on.
Yeah. So you spent some time in New Zealand, is that right?
Yeah. I was in the South Island, just above Methven. That's pretty much where I learnt a lot about the dairy side of things and sort of got my passion for dairy. That's my real thing. I was milking crossbred cows over there. I came back here, had a discussion with the family members that I wanted to turn it into a dairy unit.
Yeah.
They're all for it, so we went out and yeah, started looking at cow contracts and milk contracts and stuff like that. And yeah, here we are now, 3-4 years later, and we're best thing we've ever done.
Yeah, great. So there was some farm buildings here?
Yeah, the farm buildings were originally put up in 2018, 2019. We didn't do the convert to 21 into dairy. We originally had suckler cows, so we had sort of Angus, South Devon suckler cows, and then we had a big flock of sheep as well. We had sort of like 1,500 ewes, which we've seen we've dropped the sheep numbers, and we've upped the we dropped the beef numbers, and we've obviously put in the dairy. So
okay.
Yeah.
Great. So there's a lot to see here today. So we might start with the milking parlour here and have a look at the facilities.
Yeah, we're going to start here, tank room, milking parlour. We'll make our way through, do a bit of a farm tour. Like you said, there's a lot to see. We'll go through into it, and yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
I'll sort of know the sequence pretty well. As soon as this door opens,
yeah,
they all hopefully come. Hopefully they won't do it now. But
the door's quite high. Had you a
yeah,
reason for that?
So that was originally from. We used to have a ramp here for sheep. So this used to be sheep buildings before, only for about 6 months until we decided we were going into dairy. And we used to have all this all on slats, but actually it works quite well. So now if we're in the yard and you know the cows have gone to the parlour, you can see the cows' feet, which sounds mad, but it works really well. You can tell that everybody's in there. No cows are left. You know, it's just we haven't really altered it, but it works quite well. Yeah. And then he latches back against here. All this yard's running down the bottom to the slurry channels. So this is all running down to the slurry pits. So it's all. Yeah. So any standing water is always moving, which is quite handy. Yes. Cows aren't sat in any yard, and this yard works really well. When the weather's right, it's just perfect.
I see.
Cows are quite happy. So yeah, cows in through this way. I will shut this because otherwise they'll follow us. Yeah, so collection yard, nice and wide. We can fit all our cows in, even when we're at peak yield or peak numbers. So we're sort of milking about 250 animals on the farm. There's 200 going through the parlour a minute. Yeah. Quite a few dry, so we can fit all our animals under cover in one collection yard. This is this is all water coming out of the underground tank under the slurry pit, Shiny Channel. It's just coming out of here.
Right.
So yeah, big collection yard, come up through, all scraped twice a day into the herringbone.
No backing gate, you don't need it?
No, we find that the cows come well. Obviously they're in parlour feeders, but to be honest with you, never really had a problem with cows not coming up to the parlour. They, yeah, obviously they're always keen to come in. It's, you know, in parlour feeders, so they're coming through, but we never really had a problem. Yeah.
So gear parlour anyway?
Yeah, gear parlour. To be honest with you, when we put it in, I looked at a couple other makes, and I think gear just sort of edged it for me really with all the sort of C21, auto ID, that side of things. So it's quite it's a really simple but really efficient parlour. We can sort of two people milk our cows in an hour and a half, easy enough.
So how many units?
24, okay. 2448.
Right.
Yeah, no, we're really pleased with it. I wouldn't change anything on it at all. I think it's got enough technology for it to be efficient. You know, it talks to me on my computer about it, feeds all the cows individually, milk to yield, but it also is simple enough for people to come in here and pick it up pretty quickly. Yeah. And that for us is really key because we have quite a lot of young members of staff, and it's got to be easy and efficient. Yeah.
Okay. So your milking times, what time do you milk at?
So we milk at 6 in the morning till about 7:30, and then in the afternoon we're about 4 till 5:30. Yeah. So like I said, trying to get everything in pretty quickly. The herd average at the minute is about 24.5 litres. So the autumn calvers are right in the middle of their peak. So they're just, they're sort of 200 days in milk and average probably. And we've got some spring calvers coming through now as well. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, try and keep everything clean as possible. Cleanliness is really, really, important to us. Yeah. Really important. Yeah. So we get in here quite often. So yeah, auto ID, feed to yield. ACRs. Yeah, just nice and simple.
And your milk meters as well.
Yeah, milk meters.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can see ear tag numbers and literage. No dump tank. We use all dump buckets just because we find it a lot easier. Just helps us pick up cows a bit easier as well.
Okay. Good. And say fat and protein typically then?
Yeah, so at the minute, I mean, I can tell you exactly what we're doing, but we're about 5.5 fats and about 4 proteins.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're really, we've got a lot of heifers coming through, so that's probably helping with that at the minute.
Okay.
Cell counts are pretty good as well. So our herd average is about 65. Bat scan's about 5, 6. Yeah. So, you know, it's good clean milk. And that's, we think, partly down to sort of like the cleanliness of the cows and the area as well. We wash crossovers twice a day, and, you know, sand bedding, which is really, really important to us.
Okay.
And we just feel that helps. With the vending machine and going, you know, it's got to be 100% really.
You have a wide exit area here now?
Yeah, like I said, so we've got 24 cows coming out at once, and we just wanted plenty of, when we designed it, we wanted plenty of room. Didn't want cows pushing around, obviously got bully cows and whatever. We don't really want too many cows pushing around. So yeah, get the cows out, nice long sweep from the gate, and then down through the race, through the seg gate, and then to the foot bath at the bottom of the race there.
Right. Yeah. So you'd fit another row of cows here, I guess, would you?
Yeah, so we can fit, that's it. So we can fit 24, so we've got a big herringbone at the front here, which is the same length as the parlour. And we can fit 24 cows in at a time when we are AIing, or we're doing sort of vet checks or TB testing, fresh checks or PD sessions. I do all my eyes through there as well, and when we're doing foot trimming, I put the foot trimmer at the front of it as well. So,
yeah.
You know, it's really, we routine foot trim as well, twice a year for a contractor, and it works really well. And, you know, cow flow is brilliant, really.
You went for a zigzag.
Yeah, just to make
rail
it
at the back.
Just to make it similar for the cows, really. So they come in and they use. It's like going into the parlour. They come in, and this is the front of the herringbone. So they come in, chest rail at the front, and then I can get to them to the back.
Okay. So what functions do you do on the AI race here?
So in this one here, so we can do fresh checks. So the vet comes in every couple of weeks. Fresh checks, PD sessions, TB testing, AI and foot trimming, anything like that, really. Everything we do with the cows. We try not to put the cows through the crushes, really, because we just find that the Jerseys don't like it very much. So everything is done through here, and it's just because we can get 24 in at a time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
do a lot quickly.
Yeah, it's just quickly. Yeah. No, it's really handy. And they're pretty good as well. They don't try and come out over the top. We were going to put a rail along the top to hang drench bottles and that, but to be honest with you, I don't think we need to do it really.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's a really handy bit of kit.
So your exit race then, you
exit
have...
race, yeah. Originally we weren't going to put an exit race in because it's single file. It was going to slow cow flow down, but we found it quite handy with the foot bath. We foot bath every day. We use 2 different solutions. We use formalin and a 4 feet solution, just to help with a bit of digi. And to be honest with you, the cows are really, really good on their feet at the minute.
Yeah.
And they go through that every single day. So that's, you know, really quite important bit of kit for us.
Yeah.
That's a hoof count machine.
And you put the floor mat?
Yeah.
On
so
it?
Floor mats all through the race, through the parlour, back of the collection yard, and on the exit race, just for cows turning, pushing around, anything like that, just to sort of stop the white line, really.
Yeah.
Try and reduce that as much as possible.
Would you wash that after every milking?
Every milking, yeah. Yeah, every milking.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's labour, but we've got 3 boreholes on some real big booster pumps, so we just wash it all down every day. This all gets washed down every day.
Yeah.
And you know, we just get into that routine. It's nice and quick and easy and clean. I think that's half of it. These areas get so mucky otherwise, don't they?
Okay. So were all these sheds here previously for the sheep enterprise?
Yeah, so we originally put the furthest building up first, where the cubicles are first. And that was for us, our suckler cows. And then we put this building up for sheep. And then within a year, it was dairying. Yeah. We finished lambing in April in this building in April 21, and by July 21 we were sending milk out the door.
Right.
So it's 72 days with a full turnaround.
Okay. So why the sudden change of systems?
So I come home from New Zealand and I'd been milking cows out there. We've got sort of nice little compact dairy platform out there with some good grasses in. And I just think I needed a change. You know, I was farming under my dad, and we were farming together. And you know, he sort of wanted to take a step back, and I think dairy was the right route for us. And you know, it's just flown.
Okay.
It's been the best thing we've ever done.
Yeah. So we're in a wet April and a wet spring. The cows are still indoors here. Starting the second week of April.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously, grazing is a big part of. Especially with the Jerseys, is a big part of our business. But like you say, yeah, 2nd, 3rd week of April, and we're still not there. We got the girls split at the minute, like I said earlier, between highs and lows. So these guys are all dry cows in here.
Yeah.
So these are close-ups. We have a bit of a maternity ward up the top there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are really close to the parlour, so if we get anything calved, I can check them at night late. Got a couple of cameras up through. But the maternity ward at the end there, I can check them as much as I want. And you know, if when we get anything calved, it's close to the parlour, we can take it straight in. So yeah, these guys are looking pretty good. They're on a transition diet at the minute. Being Jerseys, you'll probably get a fair bit of love here now.
Yeah. Curiosity is there.
But yeah, obviously, as soon as it comes right, we'll be out grazing.
Yeah.
That is the pretty big key bit of the business, really.
Okay.
We're trying to graze as much as possible. This time last year, we'd had 3 weeks of grazing.
Okay.
We're typically a very dry farm. Half the farm's on a red Devon soil, and the other half's on like a black shillet. So it's only about 6 inches of topsoil, but it's very free draining. We do get cows out really early. I've grazed, my first year I was grazing cows at the end of February.
Okay.
So, you know, we do, if the conditions are right, we can get there.
So just on, say, sticking to the housing, you went for sand beds?
Yeah, sand beds and easy fix cubicles. I'm just really, obviously we built the whole unit around cow welfare and cow husbandry and comfort. And I couldn't bring myself, although I think there's a lot more, you know, with mattresses it'd be a lot more, it's a lot easier for myself. I just can't get away from sand being best for the cows. You know, they sit so comfortably, especially in Jerseys, they're so fussy, they won't sit in it if it's not comfy. So we get on really, really well, and I think that's why a lot of our cell counts is as good as they are.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have our problems with the sand. It's very abrasive on the contractor's gear, and obviously in the pit. We empty the pit twice a year with sand. But coming from a sheep farm, the sand is actually benefiting the farm quite a lot, and we're seeing that really, really good. And obviously put the sand out on the maize ground as well, pre-maize, so that's helping a lot as well.
Okay.
But yeah, really happy with the sand. We rake the beds twice a day, take any muck off them. The girls sit really well up in them. And yeah, went for these easy fix cubicles, which I'm really pleased with. The cows can just settle in wherever they go. I mean, they're not the biggest cows in the world, obviously, but they can lie back to back or whichever they want to go, and they're just really comfortable. And you can see how content they are. They don't even want to get up.
Yeah, and I suppose look, the cubicle is quite narrow, but it's obviously
So
Jersey.
they're obviously a lot different to when I put them in. I think they're 10, 16 centres, which obviously they're normally a fair bit bigger than that. So we put all the cubicles in ourselves. I think that's where we kept a lot of the cost down, which was quite handy. So we did a lot of it ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm really pleased with them. I wouldn't change anything here at all. We got step over crossovers at the ends here with the water troughs.
And they're quite wide.
Yeah. Again, exactly the same as the exit and the collection yard. We just want plenty of space.
Yeah.
Plenty of space for the cows to get up, all have a drink. Fast exit water troughs, and then a scratch brush on each crossover. Just makes life a lot easier. Cows get here, you see them up here all the time, using the water and then using the scratch.
Cows enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're we got these are grant funded, which was really handy. And always on them. Just helps. It does help bring a coat out as well, which is really quite handy.
Yeah. So how do you clean the passages? I see no automated scrapers anyway.
No automated scrapers. No, we looked into it and we're still looking into it, whether it ever worked for us.
Yeah.
Because we got such a long draw to the slurry pit, it's about 200 foot. Having slats and collection aisles and channels on sand would have been really quite problemsome. Yeah. So we invested the money in a new scraper tractor, and we just do it twice a day with a box scraper, a big 7-foot bog scraper. Take it down through, and to be fair, it's a really simple system.
Yeah.
Doesn't very often go wrong, and the cows keep really clean. So I can't really see a point of changing at the minute.
Yeah. Good. All the steel work is galvanised and fibre cement?
So all the steel work, all the uprights are galvanised. The roof is painted, just because when we looked at it, we thought we're not really, although we are not a million miles away from the sea, we don't get a lot of salt spray come through. It's a cost saving, really. It really did. We've done that with all our buildings now. And I would do it again. It's very handy.
Yeah.
But originally we had the centre passageway was open, but I don't know if you saw on the way in, we've actually closed that in now because we're getting too much water in, and it's made a massive difference. Massive difference.
In terms of the vent?
Yeah, in terms of the vent. Yeah. So it pulls up through there and pulls up through the middle.
Okay.
So it's really handy.
Okay. Let's look at where your slurry ends up then.
Yeah. So slurry's all pulled out through here twice a daily. Into the backyard. It's a real handy area for this anyway. Just for example, what we're doing now, picking bulling cows, they always come out to here. So it's really quite handy.
Yeah, they like the space, I suppose.
They like the space, they like getting out in the sun. It's what it's ideal for them really.
Yeah.
So all the slurry's then pulled down to this channel here. And then obviously the gate opens, the cows will be in the collection yard. What's really handy about this system is when we're busy, this is on quite a degree, so it's going down to the slurry pit.
Yeah.
If we're really busy, we can just put it behind the gate here, and as long as it's got a fair bit of water with it, it'll make its way to the slurry pit really easily.
Yeah.
And it saves us such a massive time.
How long does it take to clean the sheds?
15 minutes.
Yeah.
We can have it sorted.
So how many horsepower in the tractor?
So he is a 65.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he copes really well.
Plenty big enough.
Plenty big enough. And he is four-wheel drive as well if we ever need him to get anywhere else and do emergency jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, perfect bit of kit. So yeah, like I said, you can see the water here moving now. As long as we've got enough flow with it, we can just leave it here, it can make its way.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see a wet April, it's quite a full slurry pit. We are emptying it quite a lot.
Or just sand and a lagoon work, or is there challenges in that? Or?
Yeah, there is challenges, yeah. Like I said earlier, I just love it for cow comfort and health.
Yeah.
But we have challenges with it. Like I said, we empty it twice a year. At the minute, with where our pH levels are on the grass, on the ground, it's actually working quite well having it as on the farm.
Yeah.
And we put it onto the maize ground as well. We empty it twice, so we've got the concrete. This is 6 meters deep.
Yeah.
We've got a concrete bottom.
Okay.
And we get in here twice a year with a big shovel and take it out, put
Okay.
it through west spreaders and just spread it over the ground.
You come down the side here, is
entrance
it?
there, that's right,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That makes it work, so the concrete base, basically.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works
You
all
wouldn't
right.
work without it, with
Pretty
sand.
no, we're pretty chuffed with that, and I can't see us changing.
Yeah.
I really can't. I really enjoy the sand. It can be a nightmare to get sometimes. It comes from Padstow,
Yeah.
but the cows just go so well on it.
You've very impressive steel work. It's around. You haven't skimped on that.
Safety
Yeah.
is
There's
everything.
nothing going through
No,
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you can see, we just everywhere you look, we're quite safety orientated. It's when you've got people working on your farm as well as yourself. We've got young families. It's all
Concrete
you
panels
can't-
as
you
well.
can't skim. Yeah.
Lots of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Fast fit.
Yeah, fast fit. Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right. I'm not sure. Poured concrete's fine, but we put this up in a day.
Yeah.
2 of us in a digger driver. We put these in a day.
Yeah.
Same with all the buildings, all panels because fast fit.
So you've plenty of room for expansion. Should you
so,
require it?
Yeah. So we're looking onto these grant funding at the minute. We've obviously discussed that earlier on with silage pits. This is our maize pit here.
Yeah.
We'll go and have a look in a minute. Plenty of room for expansion. This is all the same level, all running this way. So that's kind of why the yard, we've got plans for this out through here as well.
Yeah. What's on the wish list, project-wise?
I'd like to roof both silage pits,
Yeah.
roof this loafing yard, but we'll just have to see how we get on with that, and potentially a dry cow unit as well. There's a big wish list.
You're young.
Yeah.
Plenty of time ahead of you.
Yeah, that's
for it.
right. That's how it.
Do you grow your own maize?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we grow about 70 to 100 acres a year.
Yeah.
We grew a bit more last year. We grew about 100 acres last year, just to see us through, because we use it quite a lot in the diets for. Well, they go in all the diets: the calves, transition, and highs and lows milkers. We're struggling with this heap. This is why I was saying earlier on, if we could try and get a wall up and a shed on this, just so we can have a wall to roll against.
Yeah.
Because we've got the slope, you do lose a bit on the outer edge,
Yeah.
which is tricky. But we try and keep it as fresh. Obviously, we're getting through the face quite quickly.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it's a great feed. And with the Jerseys being, they're so energy deficient, they're so energy demanding. Sorry, they're really always. So the maize really helps.
It packs a punch for every bite.
Absolutely, yeah. We wouldn't. Yeah, you can't really feed a Jersey without the maize, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah, sand bunkers here. So this is where all our sand comes in, and we've got a tyre bunker at the minute, but we're thinking about going down the straight route. So at the minute we buy blends in.
Yeah.
So this might be a possibility to try and roof this one and then do all our own straights.
Yeah.
Sand dispenser there.
So how much sand a week are you using, or a month?
We bed up every other day.
Yeah.
So we do keep a lot of sand in the cubicles just to keep them topped up and keep the cows clean.
Yeah.
So we're doing about a load a month at the minute.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not too bad.
And a local supplier, as you said.
Yeah. So it comes from Padstow.
Yeah.
Comes in and we just get a load every month. Keeps us right.
So your main silage pits here.
Yeah. So this is like the main silage pits. We these two are our grass pits. We finished this one. This first one on the right was first cut grass silage, which was really good. It was like 13 ME. Cows really flew on it. And now we swapped over to second cut and it's dropped quite substantially. So yeah, we're keen to get back into some grass really.
Yeah. How old is the Keenan?
A year old.
Yeah.
Nearly a year old.
Yeah.
Really has transformed our feeding on the farm.
Why?
We were with a tub mixer, and everyone was telling me mad that I was going away from a tub mixer to a Keenan. I spoke to the guys at Alltech and at Keenan, and yeah, I couldn't be pleased with it. The consistency of feed and the accuracy of feed, and it's changed it from a one-man job to like a competent three-man job. You know, anybody can feed now because the machine's so accurate. It's really, really been good. Great investment.